Hey guys, what's up? It's Fern. Thank you so much for joining me for another Planty video. I hope that you are all doing well and enjoying March so far. I am so grateful that we are now in March. It just really feels like turning a corner. It feels like a big exhale. I'm so excited for the first day of spring later this month. It just makes me really happy. Like once we've made it to March, I'm like, okay, we got this. So today I'm going to be giving you guys a little walk around, do our little monthly updates, show you what's going on with some of my plants and some things that have been making me really happy lately, some new leaves and stuff like that. I know a lot of you really enjoy these videos and I'm so glad for that because I really enjoy filming them as well. I feel like we haven't really like sat down and had a chat lately, like about life. I kind of want to do like a chatty repot soon and just kind of talk. I wanted to talk a little bit about how I'm enjoying this space since I've lived here for like half a year now, maybe even longer, which is so crazy. But yeah, I'll probably do that video soon as well. I feel like maybe it's because I'm not posting vlogs on this channel anymore, but I just feel the need to like chat. So I just want to throw out there, if you have any questions or topics that you want me to talk about for when I film a chatty repot, leave them down below. Okay, let's go check out what's going on with the plants. Okay, so we're in the bedroom and I did make a list of everything that I want to show you today, but I'm just skipping straight to this one because it's probably what I'm most excited about in here. Well, one of the things I'm most excited about in here, and it is the new leaf on my Philodendron McDowell. Look at her. It's so fresh, shiny. It still might grow a little bit and get a little bigger. This is how big it is in comparison to my hand. I think it still will expand a little bit actually. I shouldn't touch it too much. It's kind of like creased over here, I think, just from being rolled up. I love how pink these new leaves are. Like, they're just so gorgeous. It's not even showing up as pink as it actually is on camera. I'll try to insert a photo. Maybe that'll show it better. But yeah, I will say that my Philodendron McDowell is really growing on me lately, and this is a plant that I was considering getting rid of or like trading off, and I'm really glad I didn't. I recently got a comment of someone saying that they couldn't believe I was going to trade this. It's like a wish list plant for them, that I put that on my Instagram story, and so many people were like, yes, like, oh my gosh, like, don't get rid of it. I love Philodendron McDowell. So I am hanging on to it. And we'll see how it grows. I really want it to get big and have like those massive leaves one day, so that's basically the reason I'm keeping it. But yeah, it is very exciting when it gives me a new leaf because they are quite beautiful. So yeah, I've really enjoyed watching that come out and unfurl. Looking phenomenal. Okay, so let's move over to here because I wanted to show you my... Oops, oh no, it's always getting caught in my drawer. Get out. This one's weird, look at the end of it. Anyways, okay. Philodendron, Hoya shepherdii has just been popping off. Okay, so it put out a new leaf, which I showed you guys. I think it's that long one right there at the top, which is massive. It's the biggest one it's put off. But then, see, it has another new one coming in right there, and one coming in right there, if it will focus. There we go. And it also has another one coming in. Where is it? Right down here. Look at that. I thought that there was only two other ones coming in, but this is a third new one coming in. Well, it's technically the fourth, if I'm including that big one that came in first. And this is the most this plant has ever grown for me, which just makes me so happy. Like, it's just so rewarding, especially for Hoya, because you guys, listen, actually, I'm going to talk to you for a sec. Let me see if I can put the camera on here beside my Anthurium forgetii for a minute while I talk to you. Okay, so we were talking about this on my Discord chat recently, actually, I think yesterday, about Hoyas that don't seem to grow, because we were talking about my compacta, which is popping off right now. I'll show you in a second. But some Hoya, it honestly takes them like 2 years to establish. Like, that has been my experience. So if you have a Hoya that isn't growing, just like hang tight. And I know it sucks when they aren't doing anything, But it's happened to me multiple times where Hoya don't really do anything for a long time, and then once they get established, they just kind of take off. And I know that there's a saying, the first year they sleep, the second they creep, and the third year they leap, that Nick Pileggi always says, and I think that that is true sometimes. Not always. Some of my Hoya just take off right away, but some of them really do take their sweet time, which I guess makes it even more rewarding when they do start taking off, because, for example, I have had this Hoya shepherdii just like chilling for what feels like a really long time, and now it's finally growing, and it just makes me so happy. I do think that there are some cases where maybe it's just like bad genetics, and what makes me say that is situations like my Hoya compacta variegata that has literally looked the same for like 3 years. I don't know, maybe it'll start taking off like this summer or something, who knows. I'm actually very curious to see if it will ever take off, because yeah, it just does not ever grow. Anyways, I just wanted to say that, yeah, sometimes Hoya take some time to establish, but I do really think that the orchid mist has helped give this the boost that it needed to start growing. Anyways, okay, I'm like talking about the orchid mist so much these days, like they should be paying me. Okay, so speaking of my Anthurium forgetii, I did want to show you that next. She's not looking fab these days, you guys. She's just not, but look at this. We have some things happening here. There's something growing out of here, and there's something growing out of there. So yeah, I think we're gonna get a new leaf soon, you guys, and I'm very excited about that. She just hasn't really been doing anything besides looking unwell since I took her out of the cabinet. I think that she will be fine. I know that this is an anthurium that can be grown in regular household conditions and can do quite well, so I think it will be fine. But yeah, she's just getting settled, and I'll be so excited when I start getting a new leaf on her. That will be really cool, so I'll keep you posted. Okay, and then next, yes, my Hoya compacta is what I wanted to show you. Oh my goodness, I have some photos, and I actually posted about this on TikTok recently, so I'll insert that as well. I have to be so careful with this, but oh my, can you see all of those leaves that she's putting off? It's hard to get my camera to focus just on that vine, but I counted it, and there are 11 leaves that are actively coming in right now, which is so insane. I've never had this plant give me this many leaves at once, so she's like really, really, really going hard right now. And you can even see at the tip of the vine, there's going to be more leaves that are going to start coming out soon as well. Sorry, it's so hard to show. There we go. Look at that. So many new leaves. Oh, I'm just so excited about that. This plant has gotten so massive. Like, I honestly can't believe this. And this is what started the conversation that I was just talking about, because I've had this for 3 years, and it started out as a very small, like 1 vine, 4-inch pot that I got from a big box store. But I have just persisted over the last few years and been patient, and now she just grows like a beast. And is one of my favorite plants of all time. So yeah, love her. She's incredible. I did just want to quickly mention above my McDowell here, this is my Scindapsus jade satin, or was, because it gave me this silver leaf, which I showed you guys recently, and it's giving me another one. And I don't know, I'm kind of embracing it because this is really pretty, and this like type of silveriness that it's getting reminds me of my silver hero. So it's very beautiful, but I don't know, I kind of just do want a dark green one. So people told me to give it more light. It's like right under a grow light, you guys, so I feel like it gets pretty good light. Maybe it could get brighter light, I don't know, but look at that. It's like right under the grow light pretty much. So is that the problem? I do not know. Anyways, I wanted to talk about this one because I want to ask again for your help. If anybody knows how I can get this to go back to the dark green, leave me a comment down below, because yeah, that's like ideally what I would want for this plant. That's like, you know, the point of it. Look how pretty that is. But yeah, anyways, new silver leaf. And then we are moving down here. So this is very exciting. As you can see, this is my alocasia cuprea, which is just a baby that I grew from a corm. This is my first alocasia cuprea that I have ever grown. And look at that. we are getting a new leaf, friends, and it looks big. Like, this is for sure going to be the biggest leaf so far. I love how the new leaves, well, actually kind of even the older leaves, but especially the new leaves on this, like, they look like wet. Like, they're so slick and shiny. They look like they would be like slimy almost. Like, it's just so alien. Such a cool plant. Really, really dig this alocasia, and I cannot wait to see that leaf. I also love that I am growing this just in my bedroom, not in a cabinet or anything, because most of my alocasia I do grow in a cabinet, and I know that they just like really take off, but this one has been doing so well just in these conditions. And then over here, of course, is my monstera albo, which I have posted so much about as this new leaf has been emerging. So I won't talk about it for too long, but yeah, this is my monstera albo, and oh my goodness, I haven't really like peeled this open yet. This is so pretty. Look at this part of the leaf. Oh my goodness, I will say that it's not as variegated as I was expecting. I think that when the leaf was furled, it was like I could see a lot of that white chunk, and it was kind of giving the illusion that like a larger part of the leaf was gonna come out that white. But honestly, it's fine. Like, that's still a beautiful spot of sectoral variegation. And honestly, it's probably safer to have it remain a small spot anyways. Like, it'll be better for the plant. So yeah, that's what it's looking like. Absolutely gorgeous. I have been keeping my moss pole moist so that it can grow into there. But yeah, that's my little update on that one. This is the baby leaf emerging on my monstera subpinnata, which is so stinking cute. I love this monstera. It's so unique. Yeah, incredible, beautiful, and very exciting when she's putting out a new leaf. Looks like we're gonna lose this oldest one soon. It's gone kind of yellow. I did underwater this a bit and it was quite droopy, so I think that that is why that started happening, unfortunately. But yeah, new leaf, looks healthy. Rest of the plant looks healthy. I would love to get this on a pole because it is starting to put out like some aerials. Okay, just wanted to show you guys the progress. We're out in my living room now, by the way. But I did just want to show you the progress on my Calathea warscewiczii, because as you may know, I'm trying to revive her. She was pretty much rotted to nothing. I rerooted her, potted her up recently. She gave me this little baby leaf, and now, as you can see, we are getting a bigger one. I cannot wait to see this. This is my favorite Calathea of all time, and I really want like a big, full, lush pot. That's my goal for one day. Maybe I'll move this into my bedroom because the room humidity is a bit higher in there, so that might actually be a good idea. Maybe I'll put it like near my humidifier with those other ones there. It rotted last time it was in my Millsbo cabinet, so I don't know if I want to do that again. If any of you grow Calathea in your cabinets, let me know, because I feel like that's something I don't see very often. Like, I see a lot of Hoya and Philodendron and monstera in cabinets, but I don't see a lot of Calathea in them, so let me know. Okay, speaking of cabinets, we are going in. Oh, look at that. This is what I mean about this weather stripping. It just... That's my own fault though, because I could do something to remedy this and I just haven't yet. I've just been lazy with it, I guess. So I just stick it back on all the time. Okay, I'm gonna turn these fans off this time actually. Okay, wow, it's so quiet when the fan is off. Okay, so first thing I wanted to show you is actually right here, and it is my Philodendron tortum. Look at that new leaf we're getting. Oh, it's so cool. It's just finishing unfurling. You can see this one is still a little bit wonky there. But yeah, love my Philodendron tortum so much, especially these days. It's honestly so chill. I broke off the tip of this last leaf that came in. I'm always surprised at how stiff this is whenever I touch it. But I broke the tip off of this, as you can see, so I'm excited that this new leaf I did not damage, which is really great. So can't wait to see that like fully come out and harden. I also love the shade of green that the leaves are. Like, it's such a deep, beautiful green. It's just so pretty. You guys already know, love my Philodendron tortum. I'm actually thinking of potting both of my tortums together soon, because I do have another one in my bedroom. I think it has about 3 or 4 leaves. It's a little bit smaller than this one, but I really want just like a more full pot. I was actually going to consider selling that other one in my bedroom, but once the thrips thing happened and everything, I just, you know, I just wasn't really comfortable with selling any of my plants. So I think I'm going to keep it and just pot it up into this one. Not sure if I should put it on a moss pole. Should I, you guys? Or should I just give it like a stake for support? I honestly don't know. Let me know what you think. Or if you grow one, let me know what you do for it to grow upwards and for it to have some stability. But yeah, love it so much. Philodendron tortum. And then, oh yes, my Hoya Quincenervia. Okay, this is very exciting, you guys, because this quinquenervia, it was growing for me like last summer, and then I ended up taking a cutting for a trade, which is awesome, and I totally don't mind cutting my Hoya because it usually encourages new growth, but after that it just kind of went dormant, which I'm not sure if it was because of the cut or if it was because we were just going into winter. But now, my friends, she is waking up and growing that new little baby leaf, and it is so stinking cute. I cannot wait to see it get bigger. I love the way that new leaves look on this Hoya Quincenervia because they come in very shiny looking. It's just very, very pretty. So I have been keeping watch on this. And yeah, it's just a really great Hoya that I actually don't see that much. I don't even know what the blooms look like on this. It's never bloomed for me. I've only had it for about a year, but yeah, really love it and cannot wait to see that leaf come in. Hoya leaves are so fun to watch come in. They just kind of like expand, similar to Anthurium. Okay, and then the last thing that I wanted to show you in this cabinet is right here, my beautiful Philodendron Gloriosum. Oh my goodness. This is the nicest leaf that this plant has ever given me. Well, maybe not the nicest, but definitely the largest. And this just unfurled not long ago, so so hard to not touch it. I just like want to touch it. Oh, it's so soft. It's so freaking soft. So this is one of the parents to the Philodendron McDowell that I showed at the beginning of this video, if you're thinking that it looks similar. And this is where the McDowell gets the pink from, is the Gloriosum, and then the other parent to the Philodendron McDowell is the Pastazanum. But yeah, anyways, Philodendron Gloriosum, this leaf is just so stunning, and I'm so grateful for it because, like I had mentioned in a previous video, I was getting a lot of these spots from the extra floral nectaries. However, I did treat for pests, and look at this, you guys, no spots from that. So yeah, I think that we are doing better here. Something about this leaf coming in just makes the whole plant look like so much more full. Like there's so many leaves on this thing now. Well, okay, there's only like 5, but she's just looking so good. And I kind of went through a moment where I wasn't really appreciating this plant, but now I am back to totally awing over it. Is that even a word? I don't know. I am in awe with it. I love this plant is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, and we are creeping towards the end of this pot, so I'll probably be repotting this spring or summer. But yeah, just wanted to show you that new leaf. She is incredible. Okay, approaching the Millsbow Tall. I think that the last of my updates are going to be happening in this cabinet because there's not anything crazy happening other than what's in here. Okay, first of all, later today I'm filming my video where I am taking my plants out of my Kia greenhouse cabinets, like transitioning the ones that are too big out and like filming the process. I know a lot of you guys have been asking about that, and a lot of my plants have outgrown the cabinet. So anyways, as you can see, it is very necessary. Like it is time. It's literally squished against the top. But anyways, this is my Philodendron verrucosum. I won't go on about it, I know. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. Look at how pretty. Okay, so what is on my list to show you in here? Oh yes. Okay, my Philodendron Brandy. Look at this. Look at this. It's hard to find good lighting in here. There we go. Okay, so this is the first, like, well, that's not true. I did get this leaf before, this small one. That is a leaf that I got in my propagation box, but this is the first leaf that I have gotten since I potted this plant up, and it's so cute. It's like a little tiny silver heart, and I'm just so excited to watch this plant grow. I don't even know what I'm doing. I feel like I don't know a lot about this plant. I feel like it should go on a moss pole, but I kind of just want to grow it out a bit and then chop and prop and then have like a fuller moss pole of this, just because it is a smaller leafed philodendron. I want to do something similar to like how my Brazil is right there. So I don't know. But anyways, I'm really glad to see that it is establishing and gave me that new tiny leaf. It's so stinking cute. Okay, next exciting update is, oh my goodness, you guys. Yes, it is happening again. My Philodendron El Choco Red is giving me another new leaf. So I think I'm gonna leave this plant. What is on my hand? What in the heck? I think I have like fertilizer on my hand. But this plant, I think now since it's doing this, I'm gonna leave it in the cabinet just until that comes out. Oh, it's really gonna be like taking up a lot of space. I still can't believe the last leaf, but she grows so fast, you guys. Like, I'm constantly just shook by her. If you have not seen, I have a whole video on this plant and how I care for it and how I've gotten these large leaves. But yeah, another one coming in hot, and I'm sure that you guys will be seeing a lot of it from now forward because I lose my crap when she starts putting out a new leaf. I cannot wait to see how big it's gonna be. Speaking of new big leaves, look at this. Oh my goodness. She truly is the mother of dragons. Like, first of all, her other leaves, absolutely massive. Whole plant, absolutely massive. And now another new leaf. I always feel like she's just gonna be like done and stop putting out new leaves, and then she shocks me and puts out massive new leaves. So yeah, it's still like very much so in there. So this isn't even like the full thing emerged, but I cannot wait to see it. She's doing so well. Again, has the little babies that I potted in here. I just want like an even more massive full pot of this. I'm so obsessed with this plant, as I'm sure you know. But yeah, it's just, this is one I'm going to be taking out today, so I'm nervous about that. You guys can look forward to that video, but yes, had to document that big new massive leaf coming out. And then I just have a couple more to show, and one of them is my Philodendron Glorious. First of all, look at her. I know, this is another one I've been going on a lot about lately, but I'm honestly just like, now that she's growing for me, I'm so just like shocked at how easy this plant is and how prolific. Like, she's constantly working on a new leaf. This one just unfurled, like it's still hardening off, it's very fresh, and we already have a new one starting to emerge. Like, are you kidding me? That is so crazy. If you have a Philodendron Glorious, I want to know about it. Are you having the same experience as me? Because she is just like going off. Like, it's crazy. Like, I'm honestly shocked at just like not only how beautiful these leaves are, but just like how fast she's growing and how easily she grows, and like she demands nothing of me. She gives everything. Okay, and then the last update that I have for you today is kind of bittersweet. I was just like a little bit annoyed at myself, but it is of my monstera Peru. So this plant and I, we have been on quite the journey, almost as much of a journey as I've been on with my monstera constellation, although I don't talk about this plant as much. It rotted on me so many times. Now we're established, we're growing. I did have to remove the last leaf due to thrips. I had to cut it right off, and I was disappointed about that because this plant had finally started growing new leaves for me. And yeah, so I cut that off, and I thought it was gonna take a while to get a new leaf, and then all of a sudden I looked in here and I had this new massive leaf coming in. Like, look at that. It looks so big. Okay, so here's the part that I was annoyed about, is that this plant was in this cup holder thing. So when I noticed that that new leaf was like coming out massive, it was like all crunched against this bottom shelf. So that's why it's bent, and the end is damaged. Like, it's gonna have some damage, I think. So I was kind of annoyed at myself that I didn't, what is that? It's just a speck. So I was kind of annoyed at myself that I didn't like notice that, and now it's just not going to be as pristine as it could have been. But in the bigger picture, I am just glad that this thing is growing and that I'm getting a new leaf at all. So yeah, really excited to see that. This is honestly a plant that I just kind of ignore for the most part. Like, I don't really pay a lot of attention to it, but now that it's growing, I'm definitely a lot more appreciative of it, and I am going to be keeping a closer eye on it. Alright you guys, that is going to be my updates for the beginning of March. Like I said, I hope that you guys are all doing so well and we're gonna have an amazing spring. I can't wait. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys like freaking crazy. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and make sure you subscribe for more planty content. Alright, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!